What do you think about Dhurandar and Dhurandar 2, sir?
How interestingly the real life event that happened in India were weaved so beautifully.
Still, I can't imagine that crowd, how much of crowd they handled.
2,500 people in the crowd, and they were all dressed in Pakistani costumes and all. Imagine. But you can never expect it to become what it has become. So huge. It's all over the country, all over the world in fact. What I saw Ranveer Singh, he first exercised at 1 o'clock, then again exercise at 3 o'clock in the night to keep himself.
Your favorite film in Tamil, which one?
The last one I saw was Bison.
Okay.
See, it's for the masses, of course. It's very emotional and very strong with broad strokes and everything.
You know about Thalaiva Rajini sir. Can you say any dialogue of him?
Na vadidharve sonna, Noor vadidharve sonna madri. Okay.
நம்ம கூட இப்போ துரந்தர் படத்தில் இருந்து சஞ்சய் மெகந்திரத்தா சார் இருக்கிறாரு. நீங்கள் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க படத்தில் பிரசிடென்ட் ஆஃப் பாகிஸ்தான் நடிச்சிருப்பாரு. வணக்கம் சார். ஹவ் ஆர் யூ? எப்படி இருக்கிறீங்க?
Thank you. I'm very well.
Okay. What do you think about Dhurandar and Dhurandar 2, sir?
I think it has caught the imagination of pan-India.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it's the storytelling. Also, how interestingly, even though it's fiction, how interestingly the real life event that happened in India were weaved so beautifully throughout the film. So these were landmark events, either attack on the parliament or on the Taj Mahal Hotel in Bombay. Like that, so many events, the hijacking of the plane. So many events have been woven so beautifully, and the storytelling is powerful.
Okay.
It's pacey, it's racy, and there is a lot going on. Of course, the cinematography, the action, the character, it's actually everything has fallen into place, let's say.
As audience, we were stunned about your character because you are saying that word. So next ruling the party is Rahman Baloch. That was nice, and that crowd, still I can't imagine that crowd, how much of crowd they handled. So can you explain about the crowd and that dialogue?
How meticulously they have done it. They had about 2,500 people in the crowd. And they were all dressed in Pakistani costumes and all. Imagine, so much was going on. And it was a huge ground, and they had erected at least 30 like really large hoardings. Yeah, it looked like a political rally, fully. And how, because I think the director is very calm and very peaceful.
Okay.
Even if anything is going on, it doesn't shake him. He's very grounded, he's very at ease. So everything flows from him. Okay. They were managing it so well. 2,500 people leaving ground when they want, coming in when they want, making a noise, sometimes dancing, sometimes screaming, sometimes on the cue. The assistant would announce and they will just do it. They were so well briefed. So everything was clocked. But I remember during this shoot especially, there was a small ramp they had constructed somewhere and it fell. And somebody came running. That ramp has fallen, like something dramatic has happened. But the director said, okay, we'll do it after. Let's do this first. Like without flinching, without skipping a heartbeat, he just went on to something else at ease. And I thought, no wonder it takes that kind of mind to pull off something like this at this level, at this scale.
And how did he enter in this project, sir? Dhurandar I think it must be the pan-Indian film, right? Before you acting
So,
this film.
see, nobody expected it to be so huge, even when we were shooting. And because this was mostly about Pakistan and the politics of Pakistan, the underbelly of Pakistan, the crime and what all goes on there.
Okay.
So, this was a new thing. Before that, everybody has talked about how India was harmed, how this, never from the Pakistan's perspective, from that side. So this was new and one didn't know it. Just a try, somebody's trying. Of course, when I saw how meticulously, how nicely the director is managing the show, one had hope that this film had some meaning and some promise.
Okay.
But you can never expect it to become what it has become.
Okay.
So huge. It's all over the country, all over the world, in fact. And yesterday, somebody from Chicago called me and said, we have many theatres around where they are playing Dhurandar and they can't find a ticket. In Chicago. And I thought, wow, how is it possible? Hindi film in Chicago like that. So it's a world phenomena. It's become.
So okay, still in Tamil today only releasing Dhurandar. So we are facing some kind of reasons they are selling.
Yeah. I heard about that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sir, you are the president of Pakistan at this Dhurandar, right? So how did you work for that character? Did you tried any homework for that character? Because people said this is resembling one kind of present President Ashraf Ali Khan. Is this right? True? Is this true?
Resembling means in terms of look.
Yes, look,
See,
character.
There is there is some part of that also is there.
Okay.
There is some. They did want somebody looking like that, roughly.
Okay.
Of course, I can look many other ways also. And then there is makeup, hair, design to make it look closer to how it is. But more than that, they wanted the same talaffuz, the same dialect. Pakistan has that Punjabi tone to it
Okay.
when they speak.
Yes.
So we were called in much earlier, and we were at least we were put on to how to get that into our system. And then one had to practice at home while sleeping, driving, or wherever, whatever one is doing. One is practicing how. And I deliberately didn't watch too many videos of them because I didn't want to be influenced. I wanted, there has to be that tonality, but not that kind of delivery of dialogues. Because then it becomes like plastic, you're just copying and aping.
So
that I didn't want.
So after you can miss your reality, right? You can, as an artist, you need to give some good thing, right?
At the moment, how it's in the moment. Of course, you even if whatever the moment is changing, you're using the dialect that you use, the language that you use, the tonality you use, but you have to be present to the moment, how it's,
that one thing you can't forget at your lifetime, memory of Dhurandar. So what is the memories? It must be the Ranveer Singh and Sara Arjun. So director Aditya. So kind of things.
I don't know if I should say this or not. See, when we did one scene, we were shooting all night. And we wrapped up at 5 o'clock. And so people are getting lazy because it's now midnight, it's 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock. And people are getting lethargic and little bit. But what I saw Ranveer Singh, he first exercise at 1 o'clock, then again exercise at 3 o'clock in the night to keep himself energized.
Broader and
energized because his role demanded that at that time. It was amazing, and I was thinking, no wonder what he's achieving with that energy it takes a lot.
Okay.
It was fascinating to see somebody where the whole world, the whole unit, everybody is kind of declining a little bit, a shade, how the night is approaching. But this man at 1 o'clock he's exercising. Then again at 3 o'clock he's exercising to keep himself, up to it, energized. It was crazy to see. I said, hats off, hats off.
So I need to know about the director Aditya. So people still think about this film kind of duration 3 hours.
3 hour 42 minute was the part 1 and 3 hour 55 minutes is the part 2.
3 hours 42 minutes. How can I watch? Once I watched, I can't escape from the interest. So did you feel that?
It's not just me. Everybody is speaking about that. I've met so many people who have seen it at least 2 times, 3 times. And they're all saying that such a movie, such a long movie, normally we are taking a cigarette break or we are just saying this is too much, too long. But in this film, you just go through it. You don't even realize it's time. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's the storytelling. That's the whole art. That's why this director is now, I think, the top director in India because he can pull off something like this.
Okay. Your favorite film in Tamil? Which one, if I can ask? Your favorite film in Tamil?
There's so many films that have come out of.
Any actors you can say?
So basically, the last one I saw was Bison.
Okay.
It was crazy how the action is done and how. See, it's for the masses, of course. It's very emotional and very strong with broad strokes and everything.
Okay.
So, but it's fascinating how you put it together here.
After, I think I was very surprised to hear about you are talking about Bison because we loved that film.
Yeah.
And it's a kabaddi based film.
Correct.
You must know.
Yeah.
What do you think about the character Dhruv Vikram? He's an actor in the young guy kabaddi player Kittu. Do you wow?
I think he was very authentic, and it's very endearing to watch anybody so authentic.
Okay.
So there was a believability about how he was going about things. So I liked it.
If I ask Tamil cinema, who is in your mind?
So Kamala Hassan,
Okay.
of course, Thalaiva.
Okay.
There is no question
Okay.
how he does things.
Okay.
And how he transforms himself and what kind of energy he comes with.
Okay.
In the films, he can pull off being romantic with girls half his age or even younger than half his age. And he does it very convincingly with panache, with such energy. It's fascinating how they do it. It's crazy.
Okay.
One can't help but look up to him. And of course, there is Kamala Hassan, sir, of course.
And another thing in Dhurandar, so we can see one very honorable, our Prime Minister, Modi sir. So what do you think about that?
No, so this is a new in Indian filmmaking, but if you see the West, they use the real clippings. So this is a done thing in the West. Whenever they are making films about Iraq, attack on Iraq, or any other confrontation in the world that happened, you can see them using the footage that was shown on the TV. The Janta has already watched it. People have already watched it. It was not shot for the film.
Okay.
That is something already in the records, in the archives, and also in the memories of all the country. Okay. So you are just using that in your storytelling. So this is a new in this country, but this is very done thing in the West. In the Hollywood, they do it very often.
Dhurandar is having a huge, I don't want to say violence, but it must be a needed one. But I can see how they taken raw. That was nice actually. How did you get the censor? Do you know about censor certificate?
Clearly, because all the action was not it was organic. It was not done on computer. It was not VFX. So that is why it is touching everyone. That is why it's hitting everyone. So, and that is why, because it's authentic. So I think the production got very lucky.
Okay.
They were looking at, they wanted to destroy the whole city. They wanted a town which they can destroy.
Okay.
And they were looking out for it. They found it in outskirts of Bangkok.
Okay.
So there was a town which the authorities wanted to bring it to ground. They wanted to create a new township there.
Okay.
So they got lucky, they got that, and they blew up really. So which was captured so well, and that is the whole beauty of it, that it is not done on computers, it's not VFX, and it's real action, and that's why it hits you. That's why everyone is connecting with it so well.
In Tamil audience, they are asking one question. Recently,
Yes.
I can see some other memes. We are expecting for that movie Jananayagan. His actor Vijay acting in that film. So we are waiting for the censor certificate. so many days. But people are asking some kind of memes. Dhurandar okay. Why Jananayagan?
See, this, I can't say anything about that. Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't
understand.
know what to say about it, because this thing happens. It happens. People, and rightly so, people can claim that why that one got it and why I didn't get it. But context is different. Everything is different also in a way. But it's a fair argument. It's a fair argument.
Okay.
I'm not against it.
Okay, I understood, sir. That
Yeah.
just an is viral in social media. That's why I'm asking.
Correct.
And you have acted in so many directors and God
Yeah,
and True.
God
That
and
was
True.
nice. Totally different kind of
Yeah. I'm playing an Indian Army officer.
Yes, Indian Army
brigadier.
officer,
Yeah. So that was also a massive shoot.
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember when I first went on the set, they were doing some song sequence where it's raining.
Okay.
And there is snow around, and they are putting rain there. And people got sick.
Oh.
So I was there. This is in Dharamshala, okay, outskirts of Dharamshala,
Okay.
in the north in Himachal. And before my first shot, I had to be there for 10 days because people I was to shoot with had gotten sick because of the rain in the middle of snow, you know. So it's challenging always.
Yeah. I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh. You know about Thalaiva Rajini sir. Can you say any dialogue of him?
Na vadidave sonna, nur vadidave sonna madre.
Nice. So this is the most powerful dialogue in Tamil cinema from Rajini sir.
Yeah, okay,
So
great.
I'm very glad to you know that dialogue and you deliver it. So thank you so much for your interview. Too good. Nice to talk with you and Dhurandar, and you did many films. We are welcoming in Tamil also. You are
Thank you.
you nicely delivered our Rajini sir dialogue. That was nice. Thank you so much. We are expecting more from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.